What if one of the most powerful transformations you could ever experience doesn't require a gym membership, expensive supplements, or complicated diets, but simply the decision to remove one thing from your daily life, sugar, for just 30 days? It sounds almost too simple to be life-changing. Yet inside your body, sugar is far more than just sweetness. It is a chemical trigger that affects your brain, your energy, your hormones, your cravings, your skin, and even your emotions. Most people consume it every single day without realizing how deeply it influences their internal systems. And here's the shocking part. When you remove it completely, your body doesn't just adjust, it goes through a full reset process. Cravings rise, then fade. Energy crashes, then stabilizes. Mood swings settle, and slowly, a new version of your body begins to emerge, one that is no longer controlled by constant sugar spikes. So let's go deep into what actually happens to your body when you quit sugar for 30 days, and why the changes are far more powerful than most people ever expect. 10. The first 72 hours, sugar withdrawal begins like a reset shock. The first few days are often the most intense because your brain reacts almost immediately. Sugar triggers dopamine, the same reward chemical linked to pleasure and habit formation. When you suddenly remove it, your brain notices the loss. This is why the first stage often feels uncomfortable. Cravings become stronger, not weaker. You might think about sweets constantly. Some people experience headaches, irritability, or fatigue. This is not your body breaking down. It is your brain recalibrating. It is used to quick energy spikes, and now it has to adjust to a slower system. This stage is psychological as much as physical. You are not just removing sugar. You are breaking a daily reward loop your brain has learned over time. 9. Energy confusion. Your body struggles to find a new fuel rhythm. After the initial shock, your energy may feel unstable. 1 hour you feel fine, the next you feel drained. This happens because your body is shifting away from constant sugar-based energy and learning to regulate glucose more efficiently. Before, sugar was giving you quick spikes followed by crashes. Now, your system is trying to stabilize itself without those spikes. It feels strange because your body is literally learning a new energy language. This phase is temporary, but it is important. It is your metabolism starting to untangle itself from constant sugar dependency. 8. Blood sugar begins to smooth out like a calm wave instead of spikes. As you move further into the first week, your internal glucose levels begin to stabilize. Instead of rapid highs and lows, your blood sugar starts forming a more balanced pattern. This is where things start shifting quietly but powerfully. Less sudden hunger attacks, fewer emotional cravings, reduced midday energy crashes. Your insulin system finally gets a break. Instead of constantly reacting to sugar intake, it starts operating in a more natural rhythm. This is one of the first signs your body is beginning to reset itself. 7. Mental clarity starts returning. The brain fog begins to lift around this stage. Many people notice something unexpected. Their mind starts feeling clearer. That constant heavy, sluggish feeling begins to fade. Why? Because sugar crashes affect more than energy, they affect cognitive stability. When your blood sugar swings up and down, your brain feels it as confusion, fatigue, or lack of focus. Now, with more stable energy, your brain stops riding that roller coaster. Focus improves. Thinking feels sharper, even emotions begin to feel more balanced. It is not a dramatic transformation yet, but it is the first moment you start feeling in control again. 6. Cravings weaken. The emotional attachment to sugar starts breaking by the second week. Something powerful begins to happen. Your cravings stop feeling urgent. You still remember sugar, you still recognize it, but it no longer controls your decisions the same way. This is because your brain is slowly breaking the habit loop. Even more interestingly, your taste perception starts changing. Natural foods begin to taste more noticeable. Fruits feel sweeter, meals feel more satisfying without added sugar. This is your body recalibrating what sweet actually means again. 5. physical changes begin. Inflammation and water retention start dropping. At this point, visible changes often begin to show. Many people notice less bloating, a lighter feeling in the body, reduced puffiness in the face, slight weight reduction. This is not fat loss alone, it is also water balance and inflammation reduction. High sugar intake often causes the body to retain water and stay in a mild inflammatory state. When sugar is removed, your system starts releasing that excess fluid and calming internal inflammation. Your body literally feels less heavy. 04. Skin begins to respond. Clearer, calmer, more balanced. Skin is often one of the first visible indicators of internal change. As insulin levels stabilize, oil production can become more balanced. For some people, breakouts reduce, redness decreases, and overall skin texture improves. This is not magic, it is internal chemistry becoming more stable. While results vary from person to person, the connection between sugar and skin inflammation is well documented. And within 30 days, those changes can start becoming noticeable. 03. Hunger signals reset. You start eating based on need, not emotion. One of the most powerful changes happens quietly. Your relationship with hunger changes. Before, sugar often created false hunger signals or emotional eating patterns. Now, your body starts distinguishing real hunger from habit-based cravings. You begin to notice, you feel full faster, you stop eating out of boredom, you eat more intentionally. This is your internal regulation system becoming more accurate again. 02. Metabolism begins stabilizing into a steady rhythm. By the final phase, your metabolism starts operating in a more consistent pattern. Instead of reacting to sugar spikes, it begins using energy more efficiently. This doesn't mean dramatic fat loss automatically, but it does mean better energy balance, fewer crashes, and improved metabolic stability. Your body is no longer constantly reacting. It is now regulating. 01. Day 30. A full internal reset of your baseline system. After 30 days without sugar, your body is no longer the same version that started the journey. Energy feels smoother, cravings are significantly reduced, mood feels more stable, hunger feels more natural, and your internal systems are no longer dependent on constant sugar input. What once felt normal, daily cravings, energy crashes, emotional eating, now feels like an old version of yourself. Most importantly, you gain something beyond physical change: awareness. You now understand how strongly sugar was influencing your body all along. So here's the real question: if just 30 days without sugar can reset your energy, cravings, and internal balance this much, what would happen if you continued for 60 or even 90 days? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us for more powerful health transformations, body reset journeys, and science-backed lifestyle content that can completely change the way you live your life.